Good day, folks. Today we have a lovely Dacia Duster. She is 141 reg, so 2014. And the problem with this is turbo. So I'll show you here. We have lots of lovely oil coming out of the exhaust, smoking like a devil. So I have ordered myself a new turbo core, and just for anyone that wants to see what a turbo core is, that's a turbo core. This one is wanky doodled, so you can see she's rocking side to side. So you can upon a light, it might be better. Yeah, so you have a lot of rock side to side. And then when you come around this side, it's even worse. This is the exhaust side. So she's pretty sponge bobbed and fairly rough. So the bearing has gone inside, and the problem with this is carbon build-up. So I'll turn her over onto the other side. We've seen it on the banjo bolt. There was a lot of carbon build up. There's a lot in here. Now this turbo is a Vanis turbo, so it has a lever here for operating the Vanis, so it's adjustable vanes that are feeding into the turbo. So this is your new one. So I compare this to the old one. It spins very freely, whereas this one doesn't spin free. It's very sticky and greasy. You can see it there now how bad it is. It even feels a little bit bent, the shaft, because it works better in some angles, orientations. But I was lucky enough I can get away with just the core. So I seen a lot of videos where they removed the whole turbo, and I did not. So can I get my light up here? Ow! Oh, I always hit my head off something. Anyway, yeah. So there is the rest of your turbo. That's the exhaust cowling, we'll say, and this is Vanis, so it's got levers. Let's see, when I turn this, it's got just a little bit of movement, but that's all you need. For lining these back up, there's a little dowel pin here. Now I have grease on there's a seal as well. There's a little metal, it's like a shim that goes all the way around, and he sticks up at the top. A little hole there he locates. So as well as that, there's a hole here, and the other lever that I was just showing you sits in here to operate this. So you have all these ones around, and then that one sits up here. He sits in this little slot up here. So I'll just show you that lever back on the core. So this lever on the core sits, try and focus, come on fun. So yeah, your wastegate, it's not really a wastegate. He operates this little lever. This pin, he sits in that, and there's another little locating dowel, and he sits into this pin here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this now and put this back on. Now the reason I done it this way is you'd have to take the manifold off and all that. I went ahead and take the studs out, and I just decided that it'd be easier to do it this way. I don't see anyone else doing it this way. I know it's a bit fiddly putting it back together in there. Your oil pipe then is down here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's the oil feed pipe. So I've given him a bit of a clean. I'm going to go at him again now, a little brush, and give him a clean out inside. That's your oil supply pipe for your turbo. There's the other end of them. So there's a bit of carbon built up, probably from hot, just so close to the hot oil or to the hot turbo. So I'm going to go ahead now and try and fiddle this in. He fits in through this opening here, so you've no problem getting that turbo, that piece in there. He does fit in quite nice. Let's see, can I get him in there now? So just to show you that little pin, I have a mark down here on the casting so that I can relocate him pretty easy. Just make him a bit black, there we go. Now, so I'm going to go and put that up, and incidentally, when you're putting these together, there is a rubber seal all around here, and what I like to do is put a mark where the oil, so he's corresponding with this little mark here, and on the turbo housing I have another mark here that's opposite the oil feed, so for putting it back together I can clock these properly. So I know that's in the right position now, and there's a ring of studs. I think there's six studs in total that clamp all this together when I have it back up, when I have it back in the car. They go through, there's 2 of them, and then you have another few all around, so I think there's 6 in total. So I'll go ahead and I'll put this in now. I'll see, can I put them in while I'm talking. There we go. So anyone that's having difficulties with these, that is the easiest way of getting your turbo back in, is back up into that. So I'm going to need 2 hands for this job, but as you can see, the turbo easily fits in there through that opening, and you can get a lot of the bolts from down here, some more of them from the top, but I'll come to that bridge when I come to it. So I'll just show I have the turbo back in now, and I'm starting to reinstall the bolts. They are a little bit tricky to get at. A couple of different types of spanners, C spanners, angle spanners, and you will get them. You just take your time and be patient. I'll just verify that it is in the right spot now, and that lever is acting the way it's supposed to. I just have to make sure that he goes in far enough now. So you can hold this camera. Screwing these bolts in a bit tighter. But yeah, that is the turbo, and she will operate. I just want to check that's spinning properly. Yep. Got my finger in now, she's able to turn, everything's cushy. So there's your oil return pipe. That needs to go back down in here. Your intake into your turbo, he goes on there, 2 bolts, they're accessible from down here. No need to remove, I'll show you from the part now. So yeah, when you're looking in from here, you don't see a lot of the turbo. See that part alright. Some of the hoses, you see where it connects up down there. And the ring of bolts I will be putting in here now and getting that all nice and flush. Oh. Yeah, but any of the videos I've seen, they were removing all this, and this is a ball ache, like that's your or your EGR cooler. I don't know why I'm not getting focus here. 1 second. So yeah, hopefully you can, there we go. So yeah, all this has to come out of the way if you want to do it the other way. You have to take the manifold off, and then you have to split the manifold and the turbo down here, because you won't get it up out here, which is a bollock, an absolute bollock. The only pipe you have to put back on then is this one here, so he goes down the back of the engine and bolts on there. Get them from down underneath. Some of the bolts you get from the top, some of them from the bottom. And yeah, that's basically all you have to do to fit a turbo on one of these. You have to move these pipes here out of the way. That one goes down into your turbo, so he has to come out of the way. He has to go back on now in a minute when I put all the other pipes back on, other the bolts. So yeah, that's just a nice short one there, guys. Anyone that wants to do Dacia Duster 1.5 turbo diesel, Renault engine obviously, and yeah, I think I'll leave it at that, guys. You know what you are doing. Anyone that's watching my channel, most of you do, I have a fair idea. So these are the bolts that go into hold the turbo housing together. Yeah, so the ones with the washers on them go onto the turbo, and there's two with no washers. They hold the actuator on. They don't need a washer, so they just literally clamp around. They clamp around the side of the turbo. They go in there and they just screw into the turbo. So you have 4 on the other side. You see where the little flats touch, so they just literally hold them in place. There's 4 on your inlet side, I think there's 6 on the other side. There's more on the exhaust side to be done, and yeah, here is one of the problems. So I'm pretty sure she's caked up. Well, it didn't help anyway. It did not help the turbo in the slightest. So banjo bolt needs to be cleaned, and yeah, I think we're good then. I'll leave it at that for today's video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing some more videos again, but for the moment, still in college, 3rd year, 4 years to do, so another little bit of time and I'll be back doing something like this again, and probably other things, but yeah, I'll try and get more content in with tractors and kind of stuff. As you can see, the place does not long get all manky again, so I've tried to move some bikes out of here and a lot of this old stuff. Some of it's rubbish, some of it's not. So yeah, when I clean up this place now, I'll be back at it. Alright guys, I'll leave it at that for today's video. If you haven't already, just please like and subscribe. I do appreciate it. I know I haven't had a lot of videos in a while, but I'm over the 1,000 subscribers now, so I'm just trying to get content now and not just make content for the sake of it. But I didn't see any of this stuff on the turbo, so any odd jobs like these now that I don't see any information on the internet or on YouTube, I will do my own videos. So anyway, enjoy your day, guys. Over and out.